was it a business enterprise that you saw an opening for, or was it because you were committed to environmental projects?
I think it was really, I'd always tried to find a space for climate change in business. I think I did a little bit of academia and decided that wasn't really for me. I worked a little bit in government, and government's really important, but it's very slow. And I think business was very appealing because essentially if you can sell something to a consumer, you have freedom, you have huge creativity in business. And business is a real engine of change. So business seemed like an obvious place to be. And it also, the other side of that is I wanted to empower consumers to be part of a climate change response, rather than just being blamed for being the reason why climate change happened.
So you think that sort of industrial perspective could do more in a sense for changing changing the narrative of climate change, rather than through political means?
Yeah, I mean, there was, I went to a conference in Oxford called Tipping Point, which is a really interesting conglomerate of people in business, people from the arts, people from science, and people from government. And we started this conference when everybody got asked to go and stand in a corner of which part of society did we think was going to make the biggest change. And what was fascinating about it is everybody else stood in everybody else's corner. Nobody stood in their own corner. So the artist stood in the scientist corner, the scientist stood in the artist corner, and the government stood somewhere else normally. But for me, you need all of them to work together to really make something change. And at that point, government was very involved. Industry in terms of big tech was very involved, but consumer was not involved. Retail was not involved at all. And so it felt like actually if you connected those pieces really well together, then you would be able to move much faster.